it is long ago that I learned the very important lesson, and many of you should learn the very important lesson, that you are not going to change people's minds. People are going to believe what they want to believe because most people are intellectual weaklings. They're intellectual inferiors. They're spineless. They're courageless, they have no courage. And they simply do not want to accept the truth. And because they're too fragile, their ego and their sensitivities and the fifis are too fragile. And even though I try to prevent bad things from happening, .com bubble, housing bubble, education bubble, friends, children of friends, friends of friends, hey, don't do that, man. You're going to really screw up your life. All I caught was guff and flack. So I have learned, and for what? For what gain? I could have made a lot more money just pushing and encouraging them. I would have been much more popular. Say, oh yeah, sign off on the loans, ruin a couple more families' finances. And why don't you go major? And it would have been the easy way. But no, I was a glutton for punishment. But I learned. And several years ago, I finally realized you're not going to convince anyone. And so the purpose of this video is not to try to say, I've already tried to. This book is now, how old is this book? It's 10 years old, officially 10 years old. This book is a decade old. If the little whiny parasites, and that's what you are, who are demanding the taxpayers work extra money and enslave their partial lives to you to bail you out of your 4-year party and your worthless degrees. If you had all read this book, we wouldn't have an education crisis. But people didn't. And I have to accept the fact that people are not going to listen to what they don't want to listen to. They will only consume lies that make them feel good. They will only listen to what they want to be told. And so instead of trying to convince or prevent or help, what I'm going to do is do the most cruel thing, the most retaliatory thing, like the most revengeful thing I can against these people. And let's just tell the truth. Because if I call you a noonie poopy head, that doesn't hurt. If I say you're an idiot, it hurts because it's true. And that's the point of this video. Liberal arts degrees do not count. It was below the hard deck. There's no prize for second place. But more seriously, they're not real college degrees. They do not count. I don't care if you went to an accredited institution, the liberal arts and the social sciences, and I will throw in business degrees there as well, except for accounting and MIS. All your college degrees don't count. And it's not my opinion. So you got to understand how Spike Spiegel, Judo. That's what it was. Spike Spiegel Judo. I am about just letting you go and trip on yourself. It's not my opinion. I don't have a vested interest in this. They don't count because you're not doing anything with them. Oh, sure, you might go panhandling and begging and pulling teeth to get taxpayer money from the county to give you a grant to maybe make a sculpture, and that feeds you for a hot 2 weeks. Oh, sure, you go work and you teach the same crap that you couldn't find a job with to other poor suckers and dupes, perpetuating the circle of parasitic why bother. But the real reason is you're all doing jobs you could have done in high school. You bartend, you could have bartended out of high school. Although some states, I guess, have rules and laws. You have to be over 21 to do that. So I guess that's it. You could Uber. You didn't need a degree for that. Unfairly, I'd say, baristas work pretty hard. I'm not against them, but you could have slung coffee. Vlad Elkins, our patron saint accountant, he dated a girl with her master's degree in the liberal arts, and she did not like me. And we found out where she was working, and they're like, Claire, you got to go in there and have her give you have her serve you coffee. Say, is this master's degree level coffee? And then they say, you got to give her 33-cent tip. Well, 33-cent tip. Why I got to give her a 33-cent tip? You could say this is to make up for the wage gap of 33%. We're like, oh, that'd be cruel. But 6 years, huh? 180 grand of daddy's money, and you're still serving coffee. I mean, another one, nannying, or not paramours. What's the French word for a nanny? It's more official sounding. Pomar, something like that. You're a babysitter. And then we're unfairly skewing women on this one because, well, maybe it's not unfair. Women do major in the liberal arts. And 1.7 times that of men. But you guys out there, you're going to major in music. You're not. Just admit you're a lazy bum. You're going to go play guitar on the corner of a Walmart. And then if it's not factual enough, truthful enough, the fact you guys are begging for a bailout means you failed, means your degree is completely worthless. I don't care if it comes from Harvard. I don't care if it's credited. I don't care if you have a doctorate. The fact that no one's paying you for that means it is worthless. It did not count. And this also brings up this other point of you can't put I know you low IQ morons because you're liberal arts graduate. And if you look it up, liberal arts and social science people have the lowest IQs of all the college majors. You come up with your knee-jerk reaction. You can't put a price on education, even though the college admins certainly did, and they got your 120 grand, and now you're crippled financially for the rest of your life. They certainly put a price on it. But you're going to tell yourself you can't put a price on education. It's like, well, if it wasn't going to get you a job, then why did you pay for it? And you're right, you can't put a price on education. So why don't you go to the library and learn that stuff for free? Now, this is going back in the 90s before we had the interwebs. In the before time, we had these things called libraries. And that book that you got that was written by your professor, they charged you $200 for, of which that edition would go out of print the next year, and you had to have the 28th edition. All right. And you guys wonder who the culprits were. You blame the Republicans in the Senate, the senatorial Republicans, for high tuition prices. That book, you could have gotten that at the library for free, or a book like it. And you could have sat there and studied on your own time. You didn't have to park. You didn't have to live in dorms. You wouldn't have to walk to class, listening to some boring professor drone on and on, say, read the book anyway. And now if you are perennially lazy, like millennials and Gen Zers, you don't have to go to the library. You just go on the internet. I've got myself a tremendous education in medieval history, in English history, in Roman history, Byzantium history. I even got a little bit of Middle Eastern and Persian history, which predated Muslim history, 780, the Persians before Greeks. Things and stuff. You can look it all up. Even listen to the Abyssinian history. Not the Abyssinians, south of Egypt and a little bit more inland. It's modern day Sudan. What were they called? It's escaping me now. Not the Abyssinians. That I think it also started with an A. Any point is, I didn't spend a dime to learn about this. Philosophy, I can read Nietzsche on my own. Communism, I can read Noam Chomsky faking as he's like some kind of high-end philosopher on my own. You can do it for free. Journalism, I didn't have to go to... I got more pull on the internet simply because I studied finance and economics, so that actually has some value. I am more gainfully employed, even not trying, than 98% of the journalism majors out there. What are they? Oh, let's like talk leftist stuff. Let's regurgitate the crap we heard in college from people who never worked in the real world and tell other people twice our age we know better. I work at CNN. I write for Boldy Nast. You know, the rich people got all the money. We should get it from them. I'm so educated. And you actually think your degree means something. And the social sciences, don't get me started about them. Wow. Are they looking at a credibility crisis? 2/3 of psychological studies can't be repeated. I do believe out of all the social sciences, they're facing the same credibility problem. I have to look that up later, though. But you guys haven't solved one social problem yet. All you do is bitch and whine about there being more problems. You need more what? Hold on. What did the intelligent college education people say this time? Let me guess what your solution is going to be. More of other people's money. Because you're all too lazy to go work it up yourselves. And I don't know what's worse. Like, the fact you guys try to defend this, and like you think that's the most valuable thing in your life, or that deep down inside you know. See, I'm going to advance. Here's some philosophy, okay? Here's something that you philosophy kids don't have, you doctorates in philosophy. Have you ever heard of the concept that deep down inside everybody knows? Everybody knows they're a liar. Everybody knows exactly what's going on. It's the facade that they put in front of other people. All right. You know why you didn't hear that? Because no other philosopher came up with it. Oh, probably someone did. Don't tell me. I'm sure a Greek came up with something like that. I came up with it on my own, so I'm going to claim to it. Everybody deep down inside knows. And that's what's got to suck, man. Deep down inside, you're just lazy. You just didn't want to do the work. But you can't give up on it because this is like you put so much time and effort into it from kindergarten to college. Heaven help you, you've got a master's or doctorate, and you got to make it work. Otherwise, you were wrong the entire time, and you wasted not only your life, but all your youth. You're so vested in it, like you can't let it go. You'll defend it to the death. You'll defend it to other people's death. I'm going to tell you the truth here and now. Take that big ass mirror and show it in your face. It doesn't count. No one with a liberal arts degrees counts. Now, if you did something else, you employed someone, wrote a book, okay, that's you. You did it wasn't your college degree. And maybe back in the before time, before 2/3 of the kids now go to college, 2/3. You're not special. You're common. You're boring. You're not unique. Wow, you all come up with leftist politics ideology, and your solution, hang on. Let me guess what your solution is. This must be wild, revolutionary, crazy stuff. Your solution is going to be more of other people's money. Wow, you're all brilliant, college-educated geniuses. You're nothing. You're nobodies. You're average now. Ooh, are you going to get a tattoo too? Are you going to pierce your nose? Wow, just like everybody freaking else? How about you stay in shape, you be nice, you be hot, you pick up a real skill or a trade, you learn how to plumb, you fix your own car, and you learn to drive stick. Oh, that's the rebel. Forget even politics. If you want to be a real rebel, go vote Libertarian or Republican. Or just say, I don't believe in socialism. Whoa, man. And all you worthless NPCs, and that's what you are, you're ultimately not going to matter. Because there's hundreds of millions of you in the United States anyway. Oh, wow, another liberal arts major that's 23, never worked a day in his or her life, can't really support herself or himself without a subsidy. They're going to tell us how to run the world. And you're going to waste your entire life. You're going to go down with that shit, man. You guys are going to stand by that worthless piece of paper. I have a degree. It's like, I would like fries with that. Please add cream to my coffee. I would like another shot of Rumplemints. Thank you very much. Although most of the bartenders I've worked with or worked with, I've funded their entire families. Most of them were probably from the School of Hard Knocks. I can't really throw. But yeah, I'm sorry. Your liberal arts degrees do not count. They do not count. They do not count. And it's not me saying that. That's the real world. That's why you start off at crap pay. That's why teachers don't make anything. Ooh, you're a babysitter, an overpaid, overglorified babysitter. Wow, you taught kids to add. Ain't no way a fourth grader could teach a second grader that, huh? You must get a college degree for that. Ooh, early childhood education. You literally are babysitting, and you need a college degree for that. Oh, bravo, liberal arts major. Bravo. You are just so SMRT. And just so you know, that's a joke from The Simpsons. Look it up. I purposely missed the A because I know you guys you're like the grammar Nazis. You know, you're kind of like, there, ha, 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 ha. Oh, and English majors. I love the English majors. I've 9 real books. I added them up. 9 real books and an essay, and then some backup books or backup publications. And I don't know any English teachers that ever wrote a book that published anyway or got any sales. You know, you wrote your thing of poems. Oh, you went to a poetry slam. And you're like, wow, this sucks. There's no talent here. No intelligence either. None. So, and look, I'm not asking you to all go major in STEM. Some of you just aren't that smart. I understand. Some of you lack the work ethic. Why else would you go into liberal arts or social sciences? All right. But give it up on find some other reason, point and purpose and meaning in life. All right. Like, crazy idea. Why don't you get in good shape and be attractive to the opposite sex? Well, the sex is fluid. I know. The boomer people with the ponytail professors, they told you to think that and say that. Okay, now set that aside. And now that we're in the real world, why don't you be attractive to the opposite sex? Why don't you work out? You don't need to go to college for that. You pay for a gym, but it's not that expensive. You lift weights, do push-ups, go run, diet. Why don't you fall in love? Put somebody else ahead of your life. Why don't you girls? I hope you girls are sitting down on this one. Okay. I hope you said, why don't you grow your hair out long and be nice? Okay. Be feminine. I'm just, whoa, radical. I know, man. I'm not the NPC mass robots that the colleges and universities graduated. What? Be feminine? Grow my hair out long and treat men nice. What do you think this is? Asia? Because college, have you figured it out yet? Have you realized who your real enemies are? All those leftist Marxist socialist teachers, starting from effing kindergarten all the way to college, they lied to you. They just enriched themselves. They sold you a worthless degree because they too got the exact same worthless degree, and the only way they could get their money back is passing it on. It's a Ponzi scheme. I'm so educated. I'm a liberal arts graduate. Do you want coffee with your coffee? It's organic, don't you know? So smart. Look at that yokel over there truck driving. What an idiot. He doesn't have his master's in communications like me. Because this book right here, it's a plea to millennials to wake the F up before you waste the second half of your life. Now, admittedly, boomers, teachers, professors, and guidance counselors, not the senatorial Republicans, not Mitch McConnell, wasted your entire youth. It was socialist, leftist teachers and guidance counselors and professors and your parents who were non-participatory. They lied to you. That's why you're in this shithole. That's why you're in this problem. That book says, do you want the second half of your life to suck as much as the first half? It's going to take some hard reality. Ooh, that reality. Oh, we're weak, soft sociology majors. Can't you just tell us we deserve more of other people's money? Yay, what a great life you're going to live. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, what'd you do? I lived off of other people's money, watched a lot of TV, played a lot of video games. I posted stuff on the internet. How about I'm entitled to other people's money? And then I got a tattoo to show that I'm deep, man. Oh. Anyways, there's two books I got here for you. And again, there's two audiences. One for those of you with liberal arts degrees and social science degrees. And business degrees. We'll throw those in there too. You're wrong. Wrong. Never mind. It's a joke. All right. And you have a choice. You could continue to have your life be as sucky as the first half, or you could change up your game and wake up and maybe, live in the real world. And the other group of people is for younger people. It's like, whoa, I don't want to be living in a tent. I don't want to be like, hoping the right person gets elected to bail me out of the student loans I took. I don't want to be a liberal arts graduate, panhandling, or 35 years old, still working a wait job because I have to, not because it's fun or something you do for extra money on the side. So there's two books that are going to be of interest to you if you want to avoid it. Here's one called Worthless, the Young Person's Indispensable Guide to Choosing the Right Major. For $12.95, you can avoid $150,000 mistake. Now, I'm no economist, but if some cost me $12.95 and it could save me $150,000, I think that's a high positive ROI. Not sure. I'd have to do the math, but again, I'm no economist, so I wouldn't know what I'm talking about. And I'm certainly no financial genius, but maybe there's that. This one, How Not to Become a Millennial, where you can look at all predominantly, there's, it's not all liberal arts majors and social science majors, but all the liberal arts majors and social science majors in the millennial generation. Hey, how's that working out for them? Do you want to look at them? It's like going to the zoo. And here we have the liberal arts educated millennial, so full of themselves, thinking they're so intelligent and lied to by their parents and all the education industry. They still live in this bubble that they're going to make a difference and change lives and help children. Meanwhile, all they did was vote for more money increase housing prices, consequently increasing the rent and tuition prices, and then they bitch and whine about why rent and tuition is so high. Study them, don't become them. So that's another book. There you go. That's it. Let's go to the super chats. DJ Aftershock for $5. Hey DJ, you know what that $5 does? That makes me richer than all the liberal arts majors in the United States right now. Because they have a negative net worth. See, DJ, get it? Like that little amount. If I just got $5, like if my net worth is $5, I have more of a net worth than most liberal arts majors because they're in debt and they're never getting out. Because they are so smart. I know I went to college. Dude, bro, like I'm getting a BA in Bidnaz at a liberal arts college because I can bounce the ball really good. And me and my girlfriend headed downtown. BTO? What's BTO? You got a couple years of youth on me. I don't know what BTO means. Does anyone head downtown? Nubians, there it is. Thank you, personal. The Nubians, thank you. The Nubian Empire. Yes, thank you. DigiNomad, $2 Canadian. Guys that succeed with these degrees being outlier. Yeah, they're an outlier. Look, it's not that you can't. And trust you me, every blue blood from the East Coast will do an article and see Fareed Fareed, the CNN guy. He wrote a book about how liberal arts degrees like still have value. And every once in a while, you say, look, Elon Musk was a whatever philosophy major, and here it is. It's like, oh, the one guy out of the 320 million Americans, that one guy succeeded? Well, shoot, let me just sign $250,000 of me and my parents' money away. Because it's a guarantee if one guy made it, right? But and here, if you want to study economics, which is also a worthless degree, by the way, you look at wages. And wages will tell you whether a degree is worthwhile or not. And when you look at sociology and communications and philosophy and whatever, gender studies or trait studies, we could just call those, you don't make a lot of money because nobody wants that crap. Program code, can patch up a heart, hit a ball over a fence at 400 feet, you make the money. Oh, wow, sanctimonious lecturing of people older and wiser than you about how they ought to pay people like you more money. Oh, yeah, that's not a skill people like. And so speaking as a group, a macro group, you just look at starting salaries by major and it'll tell you which ones make the money, which ones don't. And of course, there's some engineering majors who don't make a lot of money. I don't know, bad odor or something. Something's wrong with them. And then there's some brilliant, technically I was a liberal arts major back in the day. I majored in economics. I switched to finance. So technically I was a liberal arts. I caught myself. Technically I'm an outlier too. I'm successful. I have my house paid off. Of course I'm a minimalist too. But generally speaking, the successful liberal arts and social science majors are the outliers. They are not the norm. DJ Aftershock, $2. Dyscalculia is fake. There I said, who's what's disc? Is that a guy? What's dyscalculia? Oh, is this a disorder? Dyscalculia is a math learning disability that impairs an individual's number related. No. I agree. It's not real. It's not real. That's not a thing. Well, I believe in dyslexia where you mix up words, but no, that's just an excuse. That's just an excuse. That is not a thing. Nope. Get that out of here. Nonstop trade for $2. They say you can't put a price on education, but yet they do. And it's $350 a textbook and $300 a credit. How is it? See, in my world, I would make education free. Cappy, you're not a socialist. You're right. I'm not. I'm a libertarian. But I know a way to make education free. And it won't cost the taxpayer. Not like, we go take other people's money and make it free for these people, but load up the taxes on those. No, I know a way to make education free. I do. Anyone interested in it? Not that hard. But no, and here's Hasha. Philosophy. Hey, philosophy majors, catch this drift. You're too far to catch the drift. Never mind. When you get here, they'll write down, hey, this is what the drift was when you finally caught up. Here's the drift. People don't go. I know people don't go to college for education. They go to their party. They go there for the experience. They go there because it's their birthright. And they got nothing else to do. High school graduates got nothing in this world. Nothing. We don't teach them anything. Hey, you go to college, go to college, go to college. Be like your mom and me. We're dumb boomers and we got to mortgage our house and we don't have enough money for retirement. You should be like, take advice from us. The Galdarn Bacon, 223 Fish, my latest podcast, Zombie, important read. All right, I'll tune in at the Galdarn Bacon. It's not Galdarn, at thegaldarnbacon.com. Swallow Blue, $2. Brandon Sanderson is one example of successful EM. EM. Okay, yeah, there's people out there who are successful, no doubt about it. For every one of them, there's 20 that are impoverished and begging for a bailout. Irish Alpha, €5. Liberal arts graduates and their subsidiaries exert huge control on corporations through HR, also journalism and teaching. It's why the world is woke. Yeah, but they still don't make that much money. The income is very asymptotic. Like it's like the fans only. Like 99% of these people don't make it. You got to be in that top 1%. For example, radio talk shows. You know, there's only one Rush Limbaugh, a Michael Savage, and a Dennis Prager, and maybe a Sean Hannity. But then it drops off very quickly after that. Yeah, I'm sure there's some amazingly highly compensated journalists, but most of them are living off of mom and dad cutting them a check so they can make believe they're doing the Sex in the City, living in New York type of thing. And so, yeah, and there's way more of them than chemical engineers. So, and they're gonna throw their vomit, they're gonna throw their trash up into society, certainly on the internet, because what else they got to do? They can't admit that they failed, that their entire youth and life was wasted, all that money, all that time. And I think for some of the lefter-lean types, all that quote unquote intellect, which I don't know how that's intelligent when you all come to the same conclusion. Everyone's been coming to the same conclusion since like 1913. More of other people's money. Let's just print off more money. I'm like, yeah, do you have anything else but that broken record? Alex Patino, $5. Hey, Cappy, just let your audience know me driving a truck I made $88K last year. Yeah, but see, Alex, you're not educated and you're not smart. See, you don't understand the internal struggle between the catharsis and the things and the stuff that the Greek people said and whatever BS that liberal arts majors say. By the way, would you like fries with that, Alex? 88K last year, and that's my base pay and per diems, no degree, just saying. But Alex, truck driving is beneath me. I know a guy who said that once, and that's where I ended my friendship with him. I'm like, you hypocrite. Like, get the F out of here. Hey, just be, and here's another perfect example. I don't know how many super chats before. Here's Alex. All right. He doesn't have a college degree, but he makes 88K. He works hard. This is where the trades, this is the smart people go into the trades. And one could say he's an outlier. You know, he just got a high school degree. But you don't need to go to college. Here's a shock. I'm glad all the liberal arts majors are sitting down in their safe space, crying and hugging each other. Sometimes just working hard will get you more money. It's a crazy idea, but working more hours and working harder might make you more money. Like, instead of you panhandling and protesting, if you took that time and worked a part-time job, you might have more money. Again, I'm no economist. DJ Aftershock, $2. It was bro. Oh, and I was born in 1975. Oh, you're as old as me. Welcome to the 45, 46-year-old club. Nonstop Dre, $2. Form nuclear families. You hate woman and are a beater. Yes, and a hater. Oh, dog beater. I see the dog there. Yes, thank you, Dre. Thank you. Yes. I do hate the womans because I want people to be happy. The irony. I hate women because I want them to major in engineering and STEM so they close the wage gap and they make good money. And by the way, pay the taxes. I want women to be happy by staying in shape, finding love, and making other men and having children to be happy. I want men to be happy by majoring in engineering and staying in shape so that they might have a good sex life and also have children if they want children and they don't have to worry about poverty. I'm a real grade A dick, aren't I? I just hate everybody. The perfect example, the guy's like, I'm trying to tell you the truth. No, we want our feelings spared. But telling you to keep your feelings spared will guarantee you're going to ruin your life. And I'm the bad guy. Nonstop trade, $2. I know a girl who's getting her master's in HR. Well, good for her. Let her go. Just let him go. I don't care. Just say, oh yeah, you get a doctorate. Yeah. Benevolence, $5. Aaron, are you Ashkenazi Jew? I don't think so. I'm quarter Jew. But when we did the DNA test, it was Central Europe, and I believe the Ashkenazis are more Russian, Central Plain, Central Asia. I don't know, but and it's like 20, and that came through my grandma, who ethnically wasn't totally Jewish either. You know, it's just she practiced, or she was born to Jews. So and I didn't even know this until I was 21. They said, your grandma is Jewish? I said, yeah. And the mom said, like, yeah. Well, that makes you Jewish. I'm like, what? And technically through the lineage. But I haven't looked beyond. It's just been a joke is what it's been. That's all it's been. I pissed off the guys at Stormfront. That's what it was. He's a quarter. I can't believe it. That traitor. I'm like, yeah, because I controlled this. Irish Alpha for €5. ADHD main symptoms include being a rambunctious and hormonal boy being raised by a single mom who can't cope. Yes. No, the ADHD main symptoms just being a normal boy. Don't worry. Hey, look, I need single moms. I need feminism. Because if it ever dries up where these boys get their act together because their dads were around and raised them right, they're not going to need me. I'm going to go away. I'd have to go back, work a real job. I need all you gals and all you liberal arts majors screwing up your lives, believing that nuclear families don't matter, that big is beautiful. I need you to believe all the lies so that runs right into, headlong into your 2 million years of human biological genetic programming. And so you are tortured and suffered to the point you are so desperate, you will ask, am I wrong? And you start searching questions and you'll find me. What is this dad word you keep saying? Error 404. Noah with a sharp one out of left field. Holy cow. It's as sharp as a lightsaber. DJ Aftershock, $2. Wonder how many people claim dyscalculia. All of them. All of them. Did you know me? I'm going quickly because I got a party to go to here. So I'm going to bang up. But just say, if you want super, just save them later. Save them later. Go donate to Masculine Geek. Go donate to Jack Napier. Help out those guys. Maybe they might be profitable someday. That's me to me. They're good. They're good people. Digi Nomad, $2 Canadian. The best revenge for lies. Live a good life. Yep. Ben William, $5. Hey Cap, join the trades and work hard or bum around and enjoy the decline. 22 years old in a dead end job. Now here's $5 for the septic tank. Get the trades, man. Go get your trades. Just do it. And then that way you can like wander and meander and maybe pick up some part-time work at a shop, or I don't know. Is there such a thing as a traveling carpenter? DJ Aftershock 2. Ashkenazi Jews were from Western Germany. Were they? I thought they were. I could have swore they were more Middle East, Central Asia. Maybe I am. Maybe so. It doesn't matter because 1, I'm a genius. 2, I'm really good looking. And 3, I'm always right. So, WHM 1595, $5. Should I transfer to Dallas with my company from a small town in Illinois, making 80 and be a higher cost of living, but I pay less? Hell yeah, go to Texas. Do you like snow? Go to Texas. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's a no-brainer. Do you play Star Wars with the Great One? No, I don't. I should find out if he's online because he was podcasting about that and having to go and deal with all the ADHD kids who couldn't set up a plan to go, because it's a MMORPG, right? It's a massive multiplayer online, and they all had to have like 50 people coordinated, which just turned out to be a bleep show. All right, that's it. I'll see you guys later. I gotta go. Toodles.